We are here with Jay Langfelder Pizzeria Florian, all the way from East Aurora, New York State. Jay, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I see the pizza reviews are really paying off here. I noticed that right away when I pulled up.
The pizza reviews have paid for this house here in Waynfleet. No, but you did get, which is nice for me because I've been to your current pizzeria a couple times, your past one, Jay's Artisan in Kenmore, and now I got to show you my business. And even though this was completely off camera, it reminded me of when I come see you at Pizzeria Florian, it's busy. And
you're getting blown up.
you show up and I'm on the phone for at least 20 minutes or whatever.
I'm going to be watching for your phone going off over there.
I hope it doesn't. But thank you so much. Yes, I just got to show you my business, Right Choice Brokerage, which, yes, pays for all of the pizza habits and how we've become. I would consider you a friend now. So
yes, thank you, Joe.
I'm really looking forward to today. We're starting today. We've already done a little bit of a hangout. Now we're going to do a podcast, and after we're going to go eat some pizza, hit the golf ball around a little bit. I'm excited for today.
It'll be a good time. I'm excited to try the lock.
Yes, that's our first stop.
I've been thinking about that for a while now.
Yeah, this is interesting. So yeah, after this, we're going to go. You are my favorite American pizza.
American pizza?
The Lock is my favorite Canadian pizza.
Gotcha.
You guys, and actually now there's a couple of pizzerias that are starting to flirt around with it.
And you went to New York too, so you got to try all the overhyped John's, a Bleecker, all that stuff that's just shot into the stratosphere for no reason at all.
It was good.
It was fine.
But you're better.
Yeah, there's a lot of places that are better in Western New York and Canada too.
Yeah.
But just the hype machine from New York City is just out of control.
The hype.
Yeah, I just went to Ceres, solid pizza, crazy hype, but I'm not waiting for that. I'm sorry. It's good and they use good ingredients, but the hype that the Ceres, the hype that surrounds that for what it is, it's just not that interesting. Like, it's a good pizza. I'm not knocking it. Like, go and try it. But the fact that it's like everyone's going, got to go to Ceres, got to go. I'm like, I don't know if you need to.
Where is it?
New York. Everything New York. Everything's better in New York, unless it's not, which it's not.
Yeah. And well, we're getting right into the thick of it because one of the questions I get asked, and I was hoping to talk with you, but is American or Canadian pizza better? And the answer I give, so to me, you're the pizza professor. I've done over 1,000 pizza reviews. I haven't met anybody as knowledgeable in pizza as you. So I want to let you know that. I think I've told you before. But when people ask me, I tell people that, and living so close to the border, that if you were to blindfold me and I wake up in Buffalo, I'm probably going to find a good pizza just walking up the street. Over here in Canada, if you blindfold me, or even this side of the border, I'm not as likely to find as good of a pizza.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't eat as much pizza up here.
Well, but what I find is the best pizza over there, like you and the Lock and other places like Tonino's or Tangerine Tortoise, Dies, with Odd Bar, there's all these ones. When you're comparing the top, I feel like you're splitting hairs.
I agree with that. I mean, when I was putting together what we do at Pizzeria Florian, we went on a trip and we went to all, New Haven, New York, a lot of our favorite pizzerias, and then Toronto as well. And that
Nice.
actually had a lot of influence on what we do there. We found some really cool
Wow.
things. They do some things a little bit differently, like compared to, there's New York places in Toronto, so like exclude that. But like the Toronto style pizza is a thing, and I like that they kind of top it heavier, and there's a lot of thought that goes in the dough there, where it's not just a New York slice, like it's something different, and that definitely had a huge influence on what we do there.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like we have so much to talk about, and even I'm thinking for me it makes. Oh, let's start with Pizzeria Florian.
Okay.
It's amazing. It's in East Aurora. What kind of pizza do you do there?
So it's a combination of just things that we liked there. So we went back to the drawing board, and previously owning Jay's Artisan, and we did Detroit style and Neapolitan style. And doing that through COVID, you realize that Neapolitan style is not great for takeout, or it's really not great for anything other than eating it immediately. So I just hated putting hundreds of pizzas in a box every night. during COVID. So when I got the opportunity to do something else, actually the next project I did was in Savannah, Georgia. That was called Big Bond Pizza. I became partner in that. It's a wood-fired bagel place, but
Really?
there we were doing like old school New York style pizza, which was good, but down there the culture is not the same. So we were busy, but not busy enough for me. Like I'm like, there should be a line every day when we open here, and it just wasn't happening. So with Florian, we just kind of put out some characteristics that we wanted the pizza to be like, and went to the drawing board. And then I did this with my now business partner, Amanda. She had a lot of the ideas behind this, but I was kind of the engineer for the project. So,
yeah.
So I just made a ton of different dough and sauce combinations, probably worked on it for a couple months before, we cut a pizza and we're like, that's it.
Your dough is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's not that easy to do. It's
I believe you.
It's not the most difficult, but to do a ton of them, it's a huge pain in the ass.
I believe it. And this is interesting for me because 1,000 reviews or so in, and over the course, like I'm learning a lot about pizza from eating it, not making it. But although guys like you have helped me. And it's funny because from my perspective, like one of the big advantages over your side of the border is the cheese, right? Your guys' cheese is fantastic. You can find once in a while a place over here that uses cheese similar, but I know it costs so much over here, right? Over on your side, it's got to be a cost thing that allows places. But then like cheese does play an important role, but I've noticed now, like I've had the conversation with different people, what makes a pizza stand out so much? And there's people that will argue the cheese, people that argue the sauce, but I think I'm on team crust.
Yeah, definitely. Starts with that. Yeah, you can't make a good pizza without good dough.
Right?
And it's not just the dough and the recipe, it's the baking process and just kind of being dialed in every day. Like it could have a good recipe, but if your dough is not in the optimal stage to use, it's going to suck.
Right.
So it's everything, but I think it starts with that for sure. The dough and the baking technique and the quality and attention to detail to the bake is really important too.
And now, if I ask you any trade secrets, please tell me to fuck off.
There's no. If you really want to do it, you will. But I've showed people what we do, and they don't want to do it because it's too much work. It's too hard. Like there's no secrets like that. And I know there's people that are real tight-lipped on.
Right.
I can't give you my sauce recipe. I'll go in there and try your sauce, and I'll tell somebody else what it is because there's people that probably could figure it out pretty quickly.
Right.
There's nothing that crazy out there.
Right. It's all the same type of foundation. It's just
everyone's using a lot of the same stuff. There's people that are tight-lipped, but I think it's probably because they're insecure about somebody figuring it out. But it's it's science, but it's not rocket science. If you want to do it, you will figure it out.
So what can you tell me about your crust then with that? Because it's fantastic.
So it's not like we're not doing anything that other places aren't doing throughout the country, but it is the hard way. So we do a poolish, which is a pre-ferment that we make the day before we make the dough. So that sits overnight. And then we mix the dough, which we bulk ferment for 2 to 4 days before we ball it. And then go into balls, and then we proof them at room temperature the final day, and then we bake those. So we're usually between like 3 and 5 days on that, it can be a little bit long, but that just kind of helps with our process and like our workflow. So it is a blend of flour. So the poolish, we use King Arthur bread flour, and then we're using different flours for the rest of it. So right now we're using Petra, but that's not our preferred flour necessarily, but it's just what we have right now. So
look at you, just you will behind the curtains, no problem.
Well, you got to do it, and then you got to do it 300 plus times a day and figure out how to do that. So that's the hard part.
So with that much of a process, does that mean you can sell out, or like how do you manage?
Saturdays will sell out. Like usually on weekdays we're good, but on Saturday, you're getting to the end of the week, and it's like the most we can really do all day on Saturdays, probably 330, 340 range. So we'll make that much. And if we, mess up a couple, eat a couple, we might sell out at, 325 pizzas. And it might be a little bit early and people would be disappointed, but it's like we kind of overperformed on those days. We pushed the oven past what it should be doing just to try to accommodate people. So that's really we know the max that we should be doing on like a Friday night or a Saturday all day. And that's how many we're making. So if we do run out, it's just because we kind of overperformed, or maybe we pushed a little too hard. I'd rather pull back and give the oven a little bit more time to keep up with the capacity. And
you have a sick oven.
It's common that, modern pizzerias are using those Pizza Master ovens. I think it's the most common you see in.
It's an electric oven.
Mm-hmm.
So, from my perspective, I'm pretty sure. No, I don't know if you were the first one. Another one I seen was Cowabunga in Hamilton. They might have been the first electric, or you.
They've been around for a little. I know that they had one. I mean, I think I met one of those guys at one point. I've seen them around. I think
they make a good pizza.
Yeah, for sure. I want to try it. It's a similar idea, I think, to what we do.
So I'm not sure the difference between your dough and theirs. I'm pretty sure they're sourdough. So you're sourdough as well, or
no? I don't like sourdough.
Don't like sourdough.
No,
interesting.
It's the most over. I mean, theirs is probably good. I'm not knocking them. I mean, it can make good pizza, but for workflow to do actually naturally leavened pizza, and you're going to do different quantities each day, I think it's less than optimal. Like, you're going to get days where it is really good, or hours, let's say like a block of 3 or 4 hours where you're right in where you want it to be. And then you're going to get past that and it's going to get too acidic, or it's going to be flat, or it's not going to cook properly. So I've done sourdough, and I just know, like, maybe at its best, when that's peak, it may be better than, a pre-ferment or just a yeasted dough. But the problem is it's hard to keep it in that window when you're doing a lot of pizza. Like, if I was going to, I'll do 40 pizzas, 6 to 8 o'clock, 4 days a week. Okay, cool. But when you're open all day, it's a different animal.
Interesting. And back to the oven. The oven, to me, the first time I had it, I think, was Cowabunga. It fooled me because when I got the pizza, it didn't look like a Neapolitan style, but it looked like it was done in a wood oven because it had the charring.
Well, yeah, those ovens get super hot.
Yeah.
Maybe not hotter than a wood if you were really ripping it, but it's right there.
It's hot.
It's dry too, versus
they cook so well.
The wood. From a wood oven, when you combust that, there's moisture in there. So it's a little bit different. So like electric's kind of like coal, where it's dry, right? And then gas, like a gas wood oven or wood, right? There's moisture in there. So the content in that cooking chamber, it's got higher moisture content than electric or coal, which would have lower moisture content. So there's elements of that at play as well.
Interesting. Yeah. So the combination between your dough and that oven really mix well together.
Yeah, that's why we want to do that. We didn't want, like, wood ovens can get a little bit monotone, right? Like a lot of similar pizzas coming. Yeah, you can drop the temp a little bit and make something a little bit different, but they're really meant to cook hot.
Right.
I mean, you drop it down lower, you could have issues depending on what type of oven.
So with your oven, what can you do then?
You could, any temperature you want.
So I could cook a different style.
I could cook pan pizza in there on a different deck at a different temperature, and we have top and bottom settings too, so you can really dial it in to exactly what you want. I mean,
so it gives you a little more flexibility.
Yeah, I have a pan pizza ready to go, like one that we want to do. I just need a space to do it. So
really,
yeah,
Detroit style or like
no. We started that in Buffalo. I'm sick. I like the places that did it are doing it now, are doing a good job, but I feel like I've done that. And
right.
I don't want to do that again.
So now, even though I feel like we could be in here 100 hours, but you're making me think about when you talk about Detroit style, you've had influence and helped other guys out, which we've never talked about. This I think is amazing. I don't know what you guys have. So I've talked to Matt over at Buffalo Deep Dish.
Yep, that's a good one.
Yeah, and you've given him some guidance. I don't know what you guys have talked about, but his pizza is phenomenal.
It's very good, yeah.
And he's passionate. And I just, from a pizza eating perspective, thank you for giving Matt some help.
Those guys, all the ones doing the Detroit style, they all do it a little bit differently in Buffalo, but there is a lot of them, and they're all good. I don't know. I'm sure there's some ones I haven't had that maybe aren't good, but the ones I've had are good. But the thing about Detroit style pizza, and every, like, Matt's is a little bit different, and the other guys do it. They're all a little different, but it's a little bit easier on the operation, I think, to do Detroit style pizza. It's not like it's not like a hand stretched pizza. Like making a pizza to order is tough. Like you can par bake or not par bake with your Detroits, and it's fairly in the pan. It's 12 to 15 minute cook time. It's not like it's not easy. No, making good pizza is always hard, but like compared to like hand stretched artisan pizza, that's hard, and that's why you don't see a lot of people diving into it. And I hear a lot of customers, they're like, "Oh, I love that place. I love Detroit style pizza." And people really love it, like the pan and the Frico crust.
The Frico,
it's cool.
baby.
People love that. It's an easy bar to jump over for a customer, right? Like it's relatable. Unless you don't like real heavier pizza, people love it. But there's a reason why you don't see a lot of people diving into what we're doing. Is because
it's expert level.
It'll kill them.
It's expert level.
It almost kills me too. So
it's expert level pizza.
Yeah, it's hard to do that, and it's not like Western New York or maybe this area, maybe Toronto. Like, there's not a lot of people that grew up in pizza families. So like we get like a lot of applicants from pizzerias locally. They're like, I know how to make pizza, and you bring them in for a working interview, and they can't even make one single pizza. Like they can't stretch a pizza. They can't cook a pizza. They think they know pizza. And I love Buffalo pizza. I grew up on it. You know places I like.
We did a review at Matina's.
I love Matina's. That's my go-to. I love Picasso's. Same. That's another one. Like, those places are really good. And I eat that stuff all the time. Like, that's what I crave when I crave pizza, actually.
Right. I believe that.
I'm a piece of shit, and I grew up on that. I grew up on that, and I just want to eat it. But
Picasso's has been around a while? I don't.
Yeah, I mean, that's the Santora's, Picasso's. They've been around a long. That Santora's is the oldest pizzeria in Buffalo. So yeah, I love that. That's what I want to eat. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Good. Being a piece of shit, eating pizza I grew up with. But yeah, I like it.
I love it. And another person that I haven't tried their pizza, and they told me that you had influence on them. I think it's called Angelo's.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Syracuse.
In Syracuse. Yeah. I haven't tried that yet.
He did a stage at our old place, Jay's Artisan. I've known Angelo.
Yeah,
for a while, yeah.
So he's running some type of small operation out in Syracuse.
Yeah, I've seen. I don't know how that works, but
I don't know either. But it seems like he's selling.
Follow the rules. I know that.
Yeah,
don't mess up. You won't get a pizza, which I respect.
He's running a tight game.
Yeah,
yeah. But what I'm getting at is just I love how you're at the. This is my opinion. I think a lot of people, I don't know who wouldn't agree. You're at the top of the pizza game, and it's sweet to see that you share the knowledge. You're not gatekeeping, and you're improving the pizza industry.
We had the same thing forever in Buffalo, and like I said, I like that stuff. But people, when we opened doing Neapolitan pizza with a food truck in 2015, the amount of pushback that I got, like, this isn't pizza. You don't know what pizza is. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, this is what pizza is, not what you're used to. So we fought it for a couple of years, and then eventually people are like, wait a second. These guys actually do know what they're doing. I was like, I told you the whole time. So then we started doing other stuff, and luckily I got in a position to do a lot of consulting jobs, and I've probably been in like 100 places throughout Western and Central New York in some capacity, whether it's a day or a week, right? Or just advice over the phone. Probably 100 would be a low number.
So before Pizzeria Florian, you had Jay's Artisan. I've reviewed both, and what I find the pizza was excellent there. Yeah. And it's interesting, the different styles. My two favorite styles, other than, I don't know how to exactly categorize yours, other than call it like,
there's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, like I've called it like an artisan pizza.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but I love wood fired. I love Detroit style, and at Jay's Florian you had that. Now you have this style that I love too. But what I find a little bit interesting about these is, as much as I like that pizza, I absolutely love your pizza. And I've seen that like top 50 pizza has rated them higher than you. And even before, I want to just make a couple comments here. You decide how you want to talk from here, because I don't know. I don't know.
Drink of water.
Yeah, I don't know the ins and outs of everything here. But what I find really interesting, being a real estate brokerage owner, a guy that does pizza reviews, that tries all these pizzas. One, pizza is subjective. right? My
sure.
favorite pizza doesn't mean it's your favorite pizza. We're going to the Lock from here. You might love it more than I do. You might like it less.
I agree totally with that. Like day to day too. Like, what am I in the mood for?
Totally.
You know, like it's hard to compare across styles, in my opinion. I mean, if you're really, really, really knowledgeable, I could see you doing like across styles, right? Like knowing the techniques and ingredients used for everything. Sure, you could compare, but it's really difficult, even with that, because you know I might be in the mood for a type of pizza that I don't really think is good in any way, but I might want it that day, and it might just hit the right notes. And
exactly. And what's interesting too is when I started doing these pizza reviews, I would go and I would originally started like I did all the pizzas in Welland, right? Because in our area, Welland's like known for the pizza.
Is
right?
it?
Yeah, and hopefully we can stop for somewhere for you.
I
to
went
try
under
one.
the canal, I think.
Yeah, you
Is that
did.
what that is?
Yeah. You might have drove under a boat. So like I did all the reviews in Welland, and I did my own thing where I crowned the best pizza in Welland. But this is
Which
just
is?
Luciano's. Hopefully
Okay.
we can have time to try it, so you can see, because they're a classic Welland style pizza. It's a greasy wheel. It's like I wouldn't quite say it's like Buffalo style, but. So I crown it the best, but there's a lot of people that agree with me, a lot that don't. But when I see something like the top 50, what I find interesting is they come up with this list of top 50 pizzerias in US or the world. Where did they make
They
it?
go everywhere, but that particular one that we're in is the US. And some of those ones are in the world too, I guess. You get like the top 17, or the number might change every year, and then you go to the top, I don't know if it's 50 or 100 in the world. They have that somewhere in Italy. I don't know. I've never got on that.
Right. So, but what I find interesting about this,
I had to pause myself before I made a comment there.
Yeah, and I'll pass the torch to you in a second with it. But what I find interesting with the top 50 or any of these other awards is I'm like, there's no way that one person has tried all the pizzas in the United States.
No, I mean, they have anonymous inspectors.
Right. And
Allegedly.
so that... Right. Alleged. So yeah, so it's like, okay, one person hasn't tried all the pizzas in the United States. So now they've come up with a list of 50 it's clearly going to be multiple people having input, and they haven't tried all of them. So when I look at a list like that, I challenge the validity myself. Is it legit?
I think
definitely
so.
Could be.
Yeah, no, they do a good job of recognizing the places. However, like I've gone to we're on there 3 years, but I've definitely been there 4 years in a row, or I've been to it 4 times.
Oh, they do an event.
Yeah, there's an event. It's in New York City. So they do a good job of recognizing some of the best places, but there's places that I know that are really good that are left off. It's a little bit, this hasn't hit me, but it's a little bit big city. No, I mean, they actually do a good job of sprinkling in places from places you wouldn't think of.
Some more remote.
But it's a little bit geared towards Neapolitan, right? And there's some places in the top 50 that I look at, maybe I haven't been to or I have been to, and I'm like, I don't know how they're on here. Yeah, and then the top places, it's tough to crack that, and maybe it's a little political. I don't know.
To me, without knowing one thing, I don't know one person that works at Top 50. I didn't know they had an event.
Yeah.
I'm in the pizza thing. To me, when I see it, it's political. That's what I
sure. Like,
but I don't know.
I'll be honest. Like I've gone to many of the top 10 places.
Yeah.
And I know we're out beating them in creativity. We're outworking them. We're out beating them in consistency. Depending on what you're in the mood for, I know that our pizzeria is top 10 in the United States any given day of the week. And I have so many people that come in, hey, I went to this place that's number 3 or 4 or whatever, or 5. And they're like, yours is way better. I'm like, I know, but I'm not going to sit there and censor myself here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and like use the sponsors. I'm going to use whatever I want. I'm not going to sit there and like play politics with them.
Yeah.
The word that came to mind was it couldn't make air.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you. And that's the thing. Like, I don't want to stir up craziness here, but when I look at it too, another thing that I look at.
It's legit though. Like, I mean, they do a good job.
If they're doing an event, that's pretty cool.
I'm thrilled to be on it. They do an event. The event's cool. You get to network with a lot of these people. A lot of them are super cool. They're the best pizzerias that I have been to are mostly on there.
Right.
So for what that's
they're
worth,
doing
yeah.
a pretty good job.
My favorite pizzeria is on there. I mean, yeah. So I think it's solid for sure. But I mean, just like anything else, there's always could be improvement. But I'm grateful to be on it every year. Maybe after some of those comments, I won't be. But
I don't know. It'll be interesting. I hopefully getting challenged doesn't mean blackballing, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, either way, it's still going to be hard. It's probably going to be hard to get in our place regardless. So.
I'd love to at some point come across them or see who's involved with it because I have no idea how it works.
Yeah.
Like I'm running my own
I
little
know
system.
some of them.
Yeah, you must. You've been around. But again, what I find pretty interesting, again, you don't have to comment here, but when I look at it, the part that I'm like, Jay, in all my reviews, you're the professor. I'm like, and then the place that you used to own, which is fantastic, is ranking higher. I'm like, how? I'm like, is this possible? Yes, the student can become the master, but I'm like, Jay's the master.
I mean, anyone else, that pizzeria, I feel like anybody else would have ruined it. Joe worked for us the whole time. But yeah, do I think it?
You don't even have to comment.
I would think that I told you I think that any given day we're a top 10 pizzeria in the country.
You are,
and it's the best pizzeria in the area for sure. No, I mean, if I didn't think that, why am I even doing it?
Yeah, to me, you're underrated. Like when I see you, I
think so too.
You are.
Like I see some of the same old crusty places on there. Like we talked about John's Bleecker Street or something like that. Every single, oh great, top 10. Oh, sure. Lucali. Okay, cool. Lucali. Like, no, man.
Yeah.
No, there's people like that are overshadowed. Like, I don't know if you've been out to Peels on Wheels in Rochester.
Oh.
It's a super legit. It belongs to the top 5 slice place in the country.
I got to write it down.
Everybody
It's
should
on
know
my
that.
list.
Like there's places out there that if you looked a little bit harder, they'd find them. Like, some of those places are legacy places and they're just not going to go anywhere. Like I've been to New Haven, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. It was fine. It was fine. It didn't blow. I eat a lot of pizza. Did I enjoy it? I did because I like pizza. But would I go out of my way?
Pizza capital. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Get out of here. Like
I don't have to drive there to get a good pizza.
There's way better pizzerias in New York than New Haven. Sorry, I put that one to bed though. Like New Haven will fight you on that. But like, sure, maybe the style you like better than New York style. But if you're looking for individual pizzerias, somewhere like Lindustry, Mama's 2, or even Ceres that I mentioned earlier, it's still way better than Bring Pepe and Sally's.
Yeah, I did like. I think it was called Roseland.
Bro, I haven't been. Yeah, but that one's supposed to be good.
Yeah, I really liked that one. I never even heard of it, so that one was kind of flying under the radar. But yeah, when I went to Pepe's, it was good.
It's good. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks good. I like the nostalgia of the place. But the pizza, to me, it's like a mid. It's like a 7.
I mean, I went a little higher, but I feel you.
Okay,
you're
sorry.
an expert. But I feel you. Like I liked it, and when I go to New Haven again, I'll eat pizza there. But I'm not driving through Western New York past Pizzeria Florian to go have.
I agree
pizza.
with that. It'd be crazy. I mean, we work way harder at it, and we're doing things that they would never even think about doing.
Yeah. Now you said, you mentioned your favorite pizzeria, but I don't know if you said what it is.
My favorite?
Yeah, you said your favorite
in New York or Buffalo.
You said your favorite pizzeria is on that list.
Oh, Mama's 2. I love it. Do I think it's like?
I haven't had that one.
Yeah,
Where is it?
There's 2 in New York. MASTOO. Yeah. To me, like the square pie hits the notes of what I grew up on with Buffalo style pizza, except it's way better, right? Like the dough, the thought, the ingredients, the attention to details, way higher, right? It's like a Buffalo style pizza. Just
on steroids.
Exactly. Yeah. And they have cool topping combinations. And then they do like a classic New York round, which it just kind of hits. Like, is there a better one in New? Probably, maybe, right? But I always get that one too, and it's always right on. Like I went the same day. I went to the other place I was talking about, Ceres, which is good. I'm not knocking it, but I still preferred the Mama's 2 slice. And yeah, maybe they're not using Gusto Rosso tomatoes and $100 bottle of olive oil, but at the end of the day, there's a lot more to it than just that makes a pizza something you want to eat.
Oh,
like I could buy more expensive stuff and put it on our pizza and say, hey, it's $40 now. I don't think it makes it. It makes it maybe incrementally better. Yeah,
you don't get the value for
right. And there's another element to it. It's like make it interesting. Like everyone can just make like a plain cheese slice, but what's interesting about it? Like, is there something different in here that makes me really like it? Are you using, Pecorino Bianco Sardo? Is that your finishing cheese? Because that would be different. Because everyone's just using basically like the full V or Locatelli, that or Parmigiano Reggiano. What are you doing? Like, that's another element you could do. And are we doing something with the tomato? Are you doing something with the layering of the cheese and tomato? What's up with the dough? There's just so many different things. And I bite into something, it's like, I've tried this before. It's good. I like it. That's cool. But have me bite into something, be like, what's going on here? And that's what I'm looking for. I guess as someone that's eaten a zillion slices of pizza, like I want to bite into it and go, oh, wait, what is this?
You're right, because you've eaten more pizza than I have.
Probably.
Yeah, which is because I'm not often with anybody that's eaten more pizza than me. So that's cool. But now you're making me think about something a little different. I'm going to ask this from two different perspectives. You have so much experience in all these things. So let me ask it both ways before you answer. Somebody looking to start a pizza business.
Okay.
If they come to you with questions, and I'm going to make it twofold for myself, because I've recently... a ton of people ask me, when are you going to open a pizza shop? And like, we both know that I'm not skilled for that, but I can eat it. But running a pizza shop, I think I know a lot about the business, but not about pizza making. But I've had somebody recently from the food business that's actually qualified to run a restaurant, that's been in the restaurant business 30 years, that we're having a meeting soon, that wants to open a pizzeria with me. So a twofold question. Coming from me and coming from somebody looking to start a pizza business, what kind of advice? I love that answer already.
I like the real estate thing. It sounds good. But I mean, you could do it for sure. I mean, you have a lot of unique skills that would allow you to be a good operator for sure. Mm-hmm. And then with the modern equipment and technology that is involved with pizzerias, there's like I could come up with something that used the modern technology that would be really, really good. Would it be 90% as good as what we do? Probably. And it'd be a lot easier on your staff and the entire operation. Like there's ways you could use technology to do it. The dough would still be a little bit tough. Somebody'd have to do that, or you could come up with something creative and have somebody make it for you, which I could probably figure that out for you too. But
even here in Canada?
That's the hard part, right? I don't know as many people over here, suppliers and whatnot, but you could do it. Like I've thought about it a lot. How do you incorporate technology to make good pizza? And there's people that are trying. I'm not sure.
When you say technology, what do you mean?
The cooking process and stretching process. There's ways you can eliminate some of the human element with that, which I don't really want to do that. Mm-hmm. Not now, at least.
Mm-hmm. So
I like employing people. It's good, even though it can be the most stressful part of the job. Like
people,
but there's ways to cut down on some of that labor, and you could use technology to make something that's really good. As good, I don't think so. Not yet, at least.
Right. So, and
that would be a smart way to do it, especially if you have like the marketing side and the business side figured out, and the name that would maybe draw some interest. You could probably pull it off. So, but stick to real estate.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. If I were to get involved with it, it's not like real estate, and I have that other project I mentioned to you that maybe we'll touch on. But like with this one, I wouldn't be working in the pizzeria. Like I imagine what the person's looking for is to leverage my brand, and my knowledge of the pizza industry. Because even though I haven't worked in one, I definitely know a lot of things that I don't think are good, and then his implementation. So a little deeper on that, like
how much money do you want to lose?
That's the question.
Right? How much money are you willing to lose?
That's the question.
Because it's possible, right?
Yeah, no doubt. So, okay, let me be a little more specific too. If somebody like myself or anybody was to open up a pizzeria, what would you suggest that they do to have the best chances of success?
In Buffalo or Canada?
I guess you can pick or choose.
Just do Detroit style pizza and be done with it. Everyone loves it. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
that's a good answer.
It's easy enough. Pan pizza in general is a lot easier. I think that saves a lot of skill from being not knocking anyone that's doing it, because some of them are really highly skilled.
No, completely.
But
you have more room.
Pan pizza for sure is a lot easier
So like a Detroit style. Yeah.
Any sort of pan. I mean, you could do like a Jersey bar style that started in a pan, tavern.
And then par bake or not par bake?
Depends on the style, but yeah, some of them are not.
Because par bake helps a little bit with time and consistency, right?
Yeah, I mean it's crispier like that. That's the big thing, but it has a more of a bready element. Like that's a whole nother subject. Like the par bake versus not par bake. Like I like par bake, you can get really good texture on it, but something about a pizza being baked with all the ingredients, although it's harder to get the texture that you want, and it may not like have the crumb structure you would get with the par bake, there's something about it that is what pizza tastes like, rather than like bread that stuff got put on it.
The flavors marry more.
I think so.
Yeah. No, I agree with that for sure.
That's why Mama's 2 is my number one, because that's one of the few places out there with their square pie that they're not doing a par bake, and it cooks for I don't know how long they're in there forever. And then the slices sit, and then they reheat the slices, and the bottom is just like a fried.
Right.
It's like fried and crispy, and it's oily, and I definitely couldn't eat it every day.
It's got a couple extra calories.
I would blow up, but it's so good.
It's got a couple extra calories. Okay, that's good to know. Now, just to play off the technology, I'm just a little bit curious now too. I showed you that you're the first person that I showed what I just showed to, where I'm working on a project of having an AI answering service for pizzerias, and we're in turn working on a simplified solution for pizzerias specifically. So first crack, what did you think?
I think it worked really well for the first crack. I mean, the first call, I thought somebody was speaking to me in Spanish. I thought I called the wrong number, so I hung up. But the second call went really well.
And this is just our beginning of it, so definitely room for improvement. But I'm open to criticism.
I was amazed actually, and I think they actually got the price right, when I heard the price said, I was like, wait a second, I think that's actually what it costs.
Yeah, and I'm curious too to check after, because we have a log of it all, because one of the things it does is it keeps a transcript, and that you can go back and review it, so that if there's ever a
when somebody's like, so I didn't order that. Well, that's why. So at Jay's Artisan, there's no phones, right? You ever hear that? There's no phones there. And I don't know if they maybe got one back. I don't know. But I know originally the reason there was no phone was because somebody said that they didn't order something on the phone, and they were elderly, and I'm like, I knew we got it right, because the person that took that order, I knew that they got it right. But then somebody called 6 times in a row when we were super busy trying to order. I ripped it out the wall and threw it in the garbage. So
you did?
Yeah. So that's why originally, I don't know if that's why they don't have one now, but we're getting there at Florian too. So pretty soon we'll be phoneless, I think. But at 6:30, I hate how busy are you guys right now on a Friday? I'm like, there's a ton of people trying to get in here. I don't even have time to take this call, but I appreciate people asking.
Right.
But the answer is always the same.
Right.
It's busy on Friday and Saturday. Any popular restaurant is going to be busy on Friday, Saturday. How long? I don't know.
Those busy times. And see, that's the thing that we want to help with, because I know that window of period, I know that pizzerias do a large volume of their business Friday evenings, Saturday evenings. Like, I don't know percentages.
5 to 8 o'clock on Friday, Saturday, any popular pizzeria, it's going to be ripping pretty much.
Ripping. And that's where things are flowing. It's crazy. And that's why where we seen the opportunity is that if you can get your labor off of the phones and focus on what's important, the pizza, and not answering people, what time are you open to? Are you busy? How much does double olives cost? That it can help them focus on what's important.
I agree.
As well, it can field multiple calls at the same time. Like, I think 1,000, right? So you don't miss calls. I don't know how your place handles it, but a lot of places I go to, they have one line. They might be able to take a beep.
We have one line.
So it gets a little bit tricky.
People get mad when they can't get through, but it's like, if you can't get through at that hour, it's probably too long of a wait for you anyway.
Right. So a question, I jotted it down earlier, but what does your POS not do that you wish it did?
Better staggering of the times.
Like
we have it down pretty good, right? So we can take X amount of orders per 15 minutes. And we know what we can accommodate, but then you have to add the walk-ins as well as the call-ins on top of that. And that's where
Right.
you tend to get into some trouble, is because you say, yeah, I can squeeze one in now, but then you got to realize you're flipping half the dining room, then you're about to seat half the dining room, and now all of a sudden you got too many orders. So it can happen really, really quickly.
Really quickly.
I think for like a place that's at capacity, which is, it's not just us. There's other places I do know that are at capacity. The staggering of the orders and like accommodating as many as you possibly can comfortably, that's tough.
So how do you guys currently receive orders? People can come dine in?
Dine in, phone, walk in, online.
So, and at any time, people are ordering 5 to 8 on Friday from all of those forms, all those platforms, all the different ways.
Usually for us by like 5 or 5:30, the takeout is probably pretty much done.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Interesting.
For till like 8.
And then, let me just see here. What percentage do you think revenue is for takeout versus dine-in?
About half.
Half and half?
Well, let's say total orders. The revenue's higher from dine-in because beer, wine, yeah.
But order numbers.
Pretty close, depending on the day.
Yeah, interesting. So that, anything else that you wish that your POS did that it doesn't?
No, that's the big thing. It's like right now where we're at is accommodating, fitting in what we can accommodate.
So in a perfect world, if the POS could recognize
how many pizzas are in the queue and for what time, that would be huge.
Yeah, then it would really help. And then if it was able to do that, how would you want that displayed to you? Would a screen or a printer, or what would logistically?
However we could get it done.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter to me.
Makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
I'm old school. I like the tickets.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. And I must say too, talking about all of that, when we came for my brother's birthday to have pizza, it's like things ran smoothly. It was great. You guys were busy.
Most of the time.
When I was there, it did. Like we were fantastic. The pizza was unreal. And the first time ever me trying your cannolis.
Okay.
Holy cannoli.
Those are good.
That's an understatement.
I think the classic one probably just giving it away at cost with the Luxardo cherries and the dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that kills us. Like that's why we have to have the other ones on there, because that one,
the margin is
those cans of those cherries are like over $100.
Really?
And there's like one of those per batch, and we did the math on it one time. We're like, we have to raise the price on this because right now we're giving it away.
Yeah.
So we went up a little bit. Yeah.
Well, as you should, because those are unreal. And what's funny is I thought I didn't like cannolis because
those are not traditional.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, cause cannolis to me growing up, they were bad. So I thought I didn't like
They
cannolis.
are bad.
Yeah. But recently there's a place over in Hamilton, Sam's Bakery, which I've almost only do pizza reviews. I did a cannoli review and like, it was unreal. And between you guys, I don't know which is better.
Hamilton.
It's in Hamilton. Okay. Yeah. I'll give you the name. You might be able to pop in or try it. They're $3.75 each Canadian.
That's cheap.
Cheap. And I don't know anything about cannolis, but it was fantastic. And now I know that I do like cannolis that are good.
Right.
But those were unreal.
You don't like the ones that been sitting there for who knows how long?
Yeah, that were made in a
with
factory.
Just commodity ingredients.
Yeah. That's all I ever knew about.
You're not into that.
No.
Okay.
But I didn't know any different. Okay, this is amazing. We've touched on some good stuff. Well, I haven't asked you what got you into pizza.
Oh, I've been making pizza my whole life, I think. Yeah.
And it shows.
Yeah. So my mother, she worked, I always loved pizza. So I had my favorite places as a little fat kid. I was like, can we order from here tonight? And I'd switch it up. I wouldn't even have the same place. I had places I liked. But then my mom worked overnights and my dad worked during the day. And my mom and I would make these little pizza kits. I don't know what the brand was, but you'd make pizza, like you'd make the dough or we'd buy dough from like Tops, the supermarket. And we would make pizza in calzones when I was a kid. And at some point, my mom would be sleeping because she worked overnights, and I would get home from school and I'd be like, I'm just going to make pizza. And I was probably like 9.
Yeah, at 9.
They were terrible. But I always liked making it. And then when I got my first job, it was naturally in a pizzeria. So,
wait, which one can you say?
It was at the now defunct Bocce Pizza Club on not the original family, but I don't know how it works, cousins or something like that. But it was on Maple and Tramp, the Williamsville location.
Okay, sweet.
That was the first pizza job there.
Sweet.
Yeah, I was originally, I think, hired to deliver. And then, typical restaurant stuff, somebody called out and they're like, you think you can make a batch of dough? And I was like, yeah, I probably could figure it out. So I made it. I remember the guy came up.
You remember your first batch of dough?
Well, I had made dough at home.
Yeah.
And I think I was like 16 and he's like, this came out pretty good. You think you could start doing this a couple times a day for us? I was like, yeah, I could probably do that. So then I started doing that, and then I went down the rabbit hole. And eventually, I got hooked up when I was in school in Arizona with a guy who knew stuff like, I do, like different styles of pizza. And he's still well known. He was like a dough acrobat, like they throw the dough and all that stuff. But he's actually good at pizza too. He owns some places now. And he taught me about different styles. So when I came back to Buffalo, I was like, well, wait a second. When I was out in Arizona, I thought that Buffalo style pizza was everything. I was like, man, this isn't pizza. Back home's pizza. Then I came back home and I was like, wait a second. Maybe this guy actually knew better than everybody back here.
Right.
Who's all doing the same thing. So then I went down the rabbit hole trying to figure out how to recreate like the original Grimaldi's pizza, because that was like my first non-Buffalo pizza that I loved was Grimaldi's. So
what style is that?
It's like old school New York. They call it like Napolitana, or they could even call it Neapolitan, but it's not Neapolitan pizza.
Gotcha.
It's a different thing.
Yeah.
So I went down trying to figure out how to make that, and that's how I learned to basically like analyze all these ingredients and dough. Obviously, through years of continuing to do that for different pizzas I ate, you learn a lot. So, but that was the first one that I like obsessed over.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Are you? Do you excel in everything? Is this like, do you just, or like just did pizza become it? Like, are you an athlete?
How much do you want to play for per hole today?
Oh, if you give me a big handicap.
All right.
So you are competitive.
Yes, a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. It's not just a pizza obsession. You're competitive.
Yeah, for sure.
What sports did you play? Do you play?
Well, now just golf. But when I was younger, football, basketball, track, all of them.
What position football? I played football.
I played tight end and defensive end.
Yeah, I could see that. Big boy. I wouldn't want to line up against you.
Yeah.
Football in the States is big too. Is it big in Western New York or?
Yeah, I mean it's not like in the South, but there were some players that came out from our area at that time. I mean, NFL players, not a lot, but there were some.
So you played? Did you play in high school and before, or just high school? Or
when I was probably 6, soon as they'd let you do it, 6 or 7 through high school, and that was it. But then, you get into other stuff at that time. And
I miss playing football so much.
I feel like it would be fun, but I feel like I would break.
I wouldn't play
myself.
Now. I wouldn't. No, there's no way. But back in high school, I just miss what I miss about those days were being with the boys. Yeah, like grinding it out, physical, and like how much fun we used to have.
It was fun. Yeah,
like locker room. Like busting each other's balls. Like
what position did you play?
I was big boy. I was center, nose guard, special teams.
Center, all right.
Yeah, so I was fat back then too. So yeah. But I was captain. We won a championship in our little, Canadian thing and stuff. But I just miss being with the boys because now, I feel like, I don't want to get too crazy, but the world's lost a little bit of a sense of humor. Where back in those days, being with the boys, we used to just make fun of each other nonstop.
That's what golf's about now. That's why so many people are into golf now. I guess it's really blown up in the last 5 or 10 years, it feels like. But when you're out there with the guys, it's just shit talking. And,
that's a good time.
Throw a little bit of money down. It's fun. And man, I love talking out there. I'm sure the guys I play with get sick of it. Okay. But I'm having a little down year. So they're having they're going to have their moments this year.
Okay. So I'll just pre-warn you about golf. You've never seen a golf swing like mine.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Charles Barkley golf?
Oh, yeah.
His swing is beautiful. Mine is terrible. You'll see, but we'll have fun regardless. Okay. Yeah, so that's good. That makes sense that you're competitive in nature.
I want to know if you're getting into the pizza, The goal when I opened the first one was to be one of the best pizzerias in the country. That was always the goal. Like I think in the business plan, I probably wrote, we want to be mentioned with, at the time, Pizzeria Bianco, these types of places like that. That was the goal, was to be a place like that in Buffalo.
Yeah. And like I've said it before, you're underrated. I haven't tried all the pizzas in the world, but I can't imagine you're not in the conversation with the tops.
That really is a credit, honestly, to the crew there too. Like
nice.
I'm not, and that's the thing I should say. I'm not there making pizza. Like I'm there every day, but me making pizza there is not really a thing. It's really not anymore. Like I probably taught everybody how to do it at some point, but it's really the crew there.
But that shows from the top down that you're able to create a business like that and transfer those skills, because the pizza is fantastic even when it's not made. That one time I came to your place and did make your own pizza, and we did it. It was a lot of fun.
Do you ever on live tell the story how you got home from that?
I don't know, but we can. It's hilarious.
You lost your keys. Didn't that lead you to do another pizzeria review because another pizzeria had found your keys? Is that what happened?
It was a restaurant. I forgot.
Yeah, it's a pizzeria.
Are they a pizzeria too?
Well, primarily, yeah.
I forget, but yeah, how did I even get my keys? No, somebody else picked them up for me.
I think you had to get your car towed through the border.
I definitely did.
Then again across.
And then towed again because they wouldn't take it over the border. So it was 2 tow trucks. But that's hilarious. That was a good time.
That was probably a rough night.
We had a lot of fun. But making the pizza was fantastic. But after I had it, I'm like, they make it better than I do. I'm like, this was amazing. And it was fun to do.
I don't want to do this. Not every day.
It was just like, I
should have reviewed your pizza.
Yeah,
that would have been good.
We can do it again.
Good TV.
We can do it again.
My brother did a pizza class with his friends, and he's like, I want a rating for all my friends. I think they were trying to bet on who was going to make the best one. But yeah, he wanted a rating. I didn't give him scores, but I told him who had made the best too.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. That was a lot of fun. But even like just talking about it, when doing it, my inexperience shined through that making the pizza using your guidance, your ingredients. It takes practice.
It's all about the reps.
Yeah. It's all about that's with anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But that's awesome that that you've got a good team there being able to put that out. And what are some? I know you mentioned a little bit. Some highlights in your career. You made pizza one time for J-Lo. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, J-Lo and Ben Affleck at their wedding. That was cool. Got hired to do that.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
How did they find you?
They had a party planner planning the wedding, and that was when I lived in Georgia, and. They send out an NDA, sign an NDA. You don't know who it is. They just say, there's going to be good music at this wedding.
You didn't even know who it was?
I figured it out beforehand. So eventually they send you the address, and I looked it up, and it came back to him, the house, and they were getting married at the same time, like, right. It was being talked about. So then we're like, okay, then we know who it is. So that was really cool. You go, pull up, there's paparazzi and stuff. And it was wild. I'm like, they're probably like, who the hell are these people?
That's so wild.
They're nobody. Delete those photos right away. So, yeah, it went off really late. That's the thing I remember about it. I think that they came up and they ordered a pizza because we were just doing like late night. It was supposed to be late night, but it was 3 a.m. So they just ordered a pepperoni pizza. That was it. And then I said, well, we'll just make a couple of them just in case we screw the first one up. So we just made a few. And it's like, at this big event, it was a little bit nerve-wracking at first, but you're kind of like buried in the back, and there's a lot of people helping and working there. So it wasn't.
So was it pizzas for what? How many?
The guests. There was 120. I think I can talk about this now. I think the NDA is probably, they're not even together anymore. So I'm sure I can talk about that.
Yeah.
There was like 120 guests. So there's probably 120 people working there too.
Wow.
So yeah. So we're just one of them.
So, and then the pizzas, so you made pizzas. So like if they're 120, you made like 40 pizzas or something.
I think that's probably about right. Yeah. It was not like a heavy consumption event for us.
That's pretty wild. And you were there for the wedding.
They did let us in. Huh. So they said there was good music. she performed.
Wow.
I say that I can probably talk about this by now, but
If not,
it's fine. I don't think nobody's going to pay attention to me talking about this. So she performed like 4 songs, and it was cool. We got to watch, and they let us watch.
that is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
I didn't
with like
even-
backup dancers and everything. It was
Really?
like choreographed.
It was
Yeah.
a legit.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't follow a lot of that stuff. I didn't know that they were married or not married or anything. I know Ben
Not
Affleck.
married anymore.
Yeah, I didn't know.
He doesn't look like, you see the memes with the cigarette. He doesn't really look like that in real.
No?
That's what he did smoke a lot of cigarettes, but he didn't look.
Yeah, eh?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Interesting. Holy, I got the pizza professor.
Yep.
What else?
What do you got?
I don't know. I'm trying to think what else we can dial into. Like we've talked about some of the different styles. We haven't really talked about like sauce and cheese stuff. I don't know if you want to.
I mean, cheese is, there's a couple companies that kind of run the whole thing that do a good job. There's some smaller ones you can incorporate there. That stuff's good too. But yeah, cheese in the United States, everybody, most of the commercial pizzerias are buying the same stuff, especially in Buffalo. It's all Gilbani, Sorrento, Gilbani, whatever they call it now.
Yeah.
But
have you ever gone to the factory?
no, I've never been. I don't use that, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. I like the people that I know that work there, but I haven't ever used it.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. So, and the sauce you use a really
Bianco di Napoli, that's a popular one. But Stanislaus, they're pretty good too. I
Yeah.
mean, there's a bunch of stuff out there now. Like you can find stuff from Italy, some different San Marzanos or Ciao or whatever. There's all kinds of stuff. It's just kind of what fits what you're trying to do.
Right.
So I mean, everyone's got their preferences, and you could tweak the pizza slightly, and one of those other tomatoes might taste better on it. Like there's just a lot of variables, and for us, we know what we like, so we use the Bianco di Napoli, the crushed tomatoes, minimally seasoned. I think tomato sauce on pizza should taste like tomatoes.
I agree.
I don't like when it tastes like a ton of other stuff. I want it to taste like a tomato.
I agree. And I feel anytime I say that in a review, I feel like it sounds stupid.
No.
But I've had so many sauces that don't taste like tomatoes.
A ton of spices in there, or like too much sugar. Nobody's cooking it really, right?
No,
it's just
no?
they're just using paste and
Paste.
blending it with the tomatoes that everyone's using in Buffalo. It's not called paste, but that's what it is. It's a reduced tomato. So they use that, and then they add sugar, which I like. I mean, my body doesn't like it after I eat it, but I like eating it, especially after a couple of drinks. It seems great.
I feel that.
Blue cheese on there too. I mean, what's not to like? You're eating, aged cheese, cured meats with cup and char on there, and then a sweetened tomato that's paste. It's like candy, and it's good. I don't know.
It's America right there.
Is it good food? Is it done well? I don't know about that, but I like eating it.
But it feels good going in.
Is a burger from a fast food place good food? No, but it's enjoyable.
True that.
So yeah.
So, and you opt for the organic one too.
Yes, they all are.
That brand is because do they have non-organic?
Not really. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So we use those, and then
They're out of California.
the cheese is we're right now using for the shred. Oh, sorry. I thought we were supposed to silence.
All
Here.
good. Happens.
Okay.
Not an SOS call.
No. So.
Okay. The cheese.
So the cheese, we use Polio for the shred. So that's all New York State milk. And the same thing with the fresh mozzarella. It's all New York State. So the factory is close by. So it's good on like the dates and stuff like that. So
do you know the milk fat percentage that you use?
I don't know that. No, but it is.
But it's quality.
We use the one that they made to compete with Grande. And we've tried it side by side with Grande, and we keep coming back to this one. So I think it's better for what we're doing, not for everybody.
So that covers a lot of the major bases of the pizza. We talked about the flour, kind of the process, the poulash, which I still don't. Is it called poulash? Is that what you said?
Poolish,
which I guess it's a fermentation process.
Mm-hmm. You basically just mix like. So for us, we make like 10 kilos of flour, 10 kilos of water, and then the yeast in there. And then that just sits from like 9 at night till maybe for like 12, no, for probably a 14 to 16 hours. That's how we do it. And then that goes into the dough.
Interesting. So do you think that I've seen that in New York City, they claim their water is like a differentiator. Do you think
No.
that's a thing, or that's just
one of their marketing
things?
schemes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's got to be some waters that are like bad.
Bad.
Yes.
South Florida, but I made pizza down in Florida too. I didn't have any problem. I think it's a lot of technique that people are skipping.
Yeah.
Or just knowledge, I guess.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. That was,
I mean, there's good pizza like in Georgia, like Vittoria, that's in Savannah. That's a great pizzeria. He's not having any problems with the water, because he knows what he's doing.
Right.
That's important,
Right. And what's this thing? I've seen that there's been a recent ban for like a flour or something.
Potassium bromate.
Yeah. So what's that all about?
It's been shown to, they've done studies and it's shown to cause adverse effects on health. It's been banned in other countries, in California for a long time. I've never used it.
Is it a flour or what is it?
It's an additive.
To flour?
Yes.
Okay.
It helps with like the strength basically of your dough. So like an example would be like if you use one with, if it wasn't, let's say it wasn't, the dough wasn't perfect and you used one with potassium bromate and you cooked like a buffalo style pizza with a lot of stuff, it would rise better throughout the bake than something that did not have that was also not ideal dough.
Gotcha.
But if you make it ideal, you should be okay, or you have like a really set way you're doing things. I think you can still get there. It's not as easy, but it's you can still get there.
So that ban's not affecting you because you didn't have it?
Never. I've never used it.
Would it be common for pizzerias in Buffalo that it's going to?
I would say probably 99% of them are going to have to figure out what they're going to do.
So what's going on with the ban? Is it in effect? Is it coming in?
Allegedly, it's coming, but I don't know.
Okay.
I think there's still some hurdles.
Working on it?
Yeah.
So pizza's going to change? Like not yours, but in general, 99%.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. I mean, most of these places, like, they're using it already, and you're still getting like a gum line in the pizza, and the dough's still raw in the middle. So, is that going to change? Probably not.
So, pizza's going to get worse then.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a little bit. I don't know if it'd be that noticeable.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What causes the gum line?
Typically, there's a lot of reasons, but a lot cold dough, could be cold sauce, could be not proper baking techniques. It could be not proper proofing, could be having a bad dough recipe.
The most common would be a cold dough going into the oven.
I think that's probably a big one. And then not having a proper like workflow to your dough or schedule when it's being proofed properly. Like a lot of places are just topping them and putting them in a fridge and then pulling them out and baking them. That's going to happen every time. It's just bad practices, I think, more than anything. A lot of bad practices. It's like the same thing. It's like these people are like, oh, I can't eat gluten. I'm gluten intolerant, or I need to be gluten free. It's like you can probably eat a lot of it unless you have celiacs, but you're eating a lot of stuff that's been made with bad practices for many, many years. And it just kind of builds up.
Makes sense.
So
totally makes sense. Yeah. That's good points. Jay, this is amazing. We're not
Thanks
done.
for having me on.
We're not done.
I know. I see you got more you got more over there. You got that other little list of those really tough questions.
Those are fun ones. No, like this is just so good. I mean, even though we're not done, if I didn't make it clear, this is Jay Langfelder, Pizzeria Florian, East Aurora. If they want to go see you, definitely on the weekends. Do you take reservations? No reservations.
It's a wait list. So you kind of plan on getting there, get your name on the list, enjoy East Aurora, and then come back.
Which is
you can drink on the streets there. There's the open container. You're allowed to
you can just freely walk on the streets with drinks. Yeah. That is amazing. Mm-hmm. East Aurora is beautiful. Mm-hmm. When we came for my brother's birthday, after we ate there, we walked the street. We went to another bar. We went to that. Is it lacrosse? There's like a little rink that's like a lacrosse.
Hockey. Yeah.
Super cool. We didn't make it to Bar Bill's yet, which I am dying to try.
It's one of the top places. Yeah.
Dying to try. And That's always when I tell people, let's go to Florian. It's like, we'll go try barbells too, which we just didn't get to.
Both places, they're going to be a wait. That's the hard part about that. Both. I wish we could work something out. You could get the best.
Both?
Yeah.
Do you know them over there?
No, not really.
Interesting. No. You guys are both operating just in silos, just crushing it in East Aurora there.
They have a longer wait than we do, I think.
Yeah?
I mean,
so
they've
you've
been
had
there
their
a long
wings?
time. Yeah.
Are you a chicken wing fan?
Yeah. I just had some the other day. Me and my friends go every other month. We go to a new spot and try to check it out.
Such a good thing. What's a good one that you've had recently?
Well, the best one, and it's not your tradition. This is I would have no reservation saying the best one, but it's not a traditional buffalo chicken wing. But the Dapper Goose does Korean fried chicken wings that after that I don't know. I don't even want to go back to eating the regular thing.
Goose.
Yeah, they're the best. The Korean fried, it's like a nice restaurant. It's a really good. Everything there's great. I love the place, but their Korean fried chicken wings just ruined wings for me altogether. But I did go to 911 Tavern this week. That was pretty good. Damn. I kind of like Elmo's and Wing Nuts. Those are kind of mine. And I like the original Duffs. There's some nostalgia there on the Sheridan Duffs, the old divey place. It's like a little different because they kind of steam them a little bit, but the lunch special with the shoestring fries. I like it. And then I just try to bring my blue cheese everywhere.
So, okay. That's the next thing I want to talk. Well, let's go to 911 fries. Did you try their fries?
I did like them. There's something different about them. I ate a ton of them.
They are unreal. I would drive from here to there for fries.
They were good. They're kind of weird, but they were good.
Yeah. They're like really dark. Blue cheese. We didn't get on that. You guys make blue cheese. Blue cheese is a huge thing. I'm a huge fan of blue cheese. To me, ranch belongs in the garbage. But I don't know where you stand on that. I love blue cheese.
Blue cheese all the way. I mean, we do make a ranch for one salad that we have, and the ranch is great, but I would never dip pizza or wings in there. I would never think about it.
Yeah, I guess ranch.
Maybe a carrot or something.
Yeah, no, like, okay. Maybe, I'm sure your ranch is fantastic, but I can't imagine a world where I'm not picking blue cheese.
No.
And it's interesting because I don't have a ton of blue cheese experience as far as on this whole pizza journey and everything, even though I love blue cheese and I used to eat it way more. Believe it or not, I tried to work on my health outside of pizza reviews, even though I still love food and will eat it all. And blue cheese is one of the things that's kind of just taken more of a back burner for me. At your place, I had it and it was fantastic. But let's talk a little bit about blue cheese because it's a big thing in Buffalo.
Everyone loves it, and a lot of places make their own, or they doctor up some version of it. But I was like, if we're going to do this, we got to do it the best. So we just kind of dove in on that. And I have a friend; he's a really good chef. He started the seed, and he gave me a recipe, which we based it off of. We ended up changing it down the line, but that was the basis of starting it. I think that there's a technique that he mentioned in there, which is kind of the key.
Yeah. Is this a secret?
Not really a secret, but it'd be easy enough to figure. It'd be easy enough to figure out. It's not my story, so I'm not going to give it up.
Yeah,
but
that's fine.
That was Matt Gunther. He gave me the tip that made that. Like the recipe's different than the one he gave me, but the tip that he gave me was the key.
Okay, so let's start with. I know that I don't know what it is, but there's a really popular brand of blue cheese in Buffalo.
Rudy's.
Is that the one that almost
it is good. You
likes?
can buy it in the store.
Yeah. As far as what people like for the prepackaged, that's
that's the best one.
That's the best
for
one
prepackaged by far.
And is that the most common or just the best? Because
for prepackaged, it's the best and the most common.
Yeah, because I know that there's a lot of people, and there's the debate over it. There's people that say that the prepackaged one is better than any homemade ones, and then there's people that are having the homemade battles saying that they're better or not. It's an interesting blue cheese.
I've tried a lot of them like recently because somebody came in last week and they're like, this is top 5 blue cheese in Buffalo. I'm like, dude, it's number 1. I'm like, I'm sorry. I've had them. This I'm not trying to be arrogant here, but this one's not even close. It really isn't.
I love it.
Yeah.
So what can you tell me what's in blue cheese? What makes a good blue cheese? Like this is interesting because
Well, you just use good ingredients, and then the technique is key. But like we're using white balsamic in there, which probably a lot of places are not doing that. I just gave that away, I guess. But just like better ingredients, and like I said, the technique is the key.
Okay, so without getting into the trade secrets, let's talk about if I were to make blue cheese, what am I putting in it? I'm getting a blue cheese. Is it mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise, sour cream, vinegar. You could do any combination. Some places probably don't use vinegar or sour. I don't know what other places are totally doing, but like
we would sugar.
We use sugar
because it's sweet and bitter. It's a fun combination.
So, mayo, blue cheese, sour cream, vinegar, salt, pepper, sugar, garlic, a little bit of garlic. Sometimes I think. I haven't made the recipe since I wrote it, so I have to look in my phone. I did write it, but then I don't know the last time I made it.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's interesting because like I love blue cheese. I tend to avoid it because I get so many calories through all the pizza.
It's bad. Yeah, I ate like it's probably heavy. 2 cups the other day.
It's heavy. Do you like blue cheese standalone on its own with crackers or anything?
Yeah, I'll dip stuff in blue cheese. Yeah. I have 3 of them in my fridge right now because I forgot to bring them to 9/11 the other day.
Yeah,
so I have theirs, which was pretty good.
But no, like I just mean like blue cheese without anything. Like
I would dip anything in there, bread.
But not even not blue cheese dip.
Yeah.
Like because some blue cheeses are like so pungent.
Oh no, I like them.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had one, but some of them are so crazy. Because the blue is the mold, right? It's moldy cheese, right? Which is, it's funny when you think about it.
You can use different stuff in there too. That's like everyone's using just blue cheese crumbles, but you could use like different types of gorgonzola dolce or something like that would be good in there. Just if anyone wants to just blow their food budget on that, they can go ahead and try that.
Yeah, you can get crazy. One thing I wanted to address too, that one of my favorite Buffalo style pizzas too is Picasso's. And to me, what blows my mind there, and then I remember Muscarello's. I actually had
Main Street?
I forget. There's a couple locations. What shocked me about them, that their pizza is so fantastic because it's a common variable that I see in terrible pizzerias, is using a conveyor oven. But they're making excellent pizza out of a conveyor oven.
I think like Picasso's for using the conveyor oven, that's like the gold standard, I would say. They have, I don't want to give any inside info of theirs, but like I like their small pies come out great. They're smaller, or they're medium, whatever they call it, right? They come out great.
They hit the Frico well. Their magic
there's a lot of flavor in their pizza.
Yeah, they're doing it really well. When I found out they were using conveyor oven, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Because over here in Canada, a conveyor oven usually means it's budget pizza.
Yeah.
And they're using terrible ingredients. That's what it usually means, but not at Picasso's. Their pizza's fantastic.
No, it's like I think that they're really real consistent too.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. And the flavor, it really is the flavor of Buffalo pizza. They nail that.
They are a fantastic representation.
Like where Martina's to me is like still the old school technique, like based off like bocce, and bocce is all based off of, right? Because Imperial came from that too. But those are the big 2 that people look at for like the big sheet pan, cooking on the deck, that type of deal. But Martina's does that too. I just think that they're like a little bit more dialed in.
Right. Yeah, and that reminds me, I'm shocked. This is hilarious. We forgot about pepperoni. We talked all these things.
I don't use like the traditional buffalo pepperoni, so. But I do like cup and char, yeah. I mean, I like it all. I mean, there's other stuff from like Tempesta, that's a flat pepperoni that's on a stick. You cut it. I think that's the best thing out there, but you have to cut it, 1, and 2, it's pricey, made with like heritage pork. I mean, that is the best one, but if you did it, you're going to work really hard to cut it and put it on there, and then you're going to have people complain that it's not cup and char in Buffalo. So it's like
cup and char in Buffalo is the thing.
You have to.
You have to. Yeah. And
you don't have a choice. You can do it. You could not do it, but you'll just get yelled at for no reason.
it's so funny as I travel around when we talk about pepperoni, because to me that's a really big differentiator. And to me, the cup and char is the overall best. Yeah, is there lay flats that can outperform it? But like I go to other places, like in Quebec, they put pepperoni under the cheese. To me, that's crazy. And then like in Windsor, they like the shredded pepperoni, which is fine. It's good. And then there's these different lay flats. But to me, if you're going to just look at a pizza on a wall or something, cup and char is the most like visually appealing. It'll make it look.
I agree. Especially like the old school places, like they cut their own off the stick, or do they do a combination of like out of the bag and then cut off the stick? Like they have the slicers, automatic slicers set up, and there's like a canister that goes in it, and you stick all the sticks in there. And what happens is, as it passes, they get bent. Have you noticed this yet?
Yeah.
So it goes from, they start getting bent.
Yeah,
like
that's how
that's how
tell.
you get those oblong shapes, and that is the best type for that style.
Yeah.
Not what we do, but for these other people do, I think that's like the key. Like if I make buffalo pizza, that's how I do it. Like I've held like a diaper party for my friends at the restaurant. I made buffalo pizza like that, and everyone was just like, "Dude, why aren't you doing this?" Like I'm like it's kind of easy, to make this style of pizza. But they're like, "You got to do it." So that might be something of that nature might be on the agenda. Not necessarily buffalo style pizza, but a pan pizza with some technique in the dough, as well as the toppings of buffalo. I think that's got to be the next thing.
I like it. I can only imagine the different type of opportunities that come your way within the pizza realm.
It's just a lot of landlords and developers trying to find a way to make money off of a successful place, to be honest with you. Right. So we're very selective because these places just see dollar signs. It's like our profit margins, even though we're super busy, our profit margins are still slim like every other restaurant.
You got to be running well to be profitable.
Yeah. And when you use the best stuff and you take care of your staff, it's even less. What we do is so labor intensive that we have a ton of people working.
Tons.
We have like 13 people working for 34 seats, and some of that's the takeout, but it's like that's a huge expense, labor cost. Yeah.
Totally.
And then the ingredients, same thing. Like we don't need to buy, the most expensive tomatoes that company carries, or we don't need to shave a ton of either grana padano or Parmigiano Reggiano on every pizza, or use, what else we use? A flour that's $50 for 12 kilos, like stuff like that. It just adds up.
Totally.
We don't need to do that, but that's what's making our pizza right. And I've had Buffalo style operators comment in the past. They're like, what I like about this? I like the prices. And I'm like, well, you wouldn't like them that much if you got my invoices as well, because I'm not buying the $2.50 Galbani shred.
Right.
We're not using that. So they understand once you tell them. It's like my pizza doesn't cost 20% food cost to make. It's closer to 30. So you give that back there.
Totally.
And then, you're making the Calabrian chili crunch. We're making 5 gallons a week. It takes all day for somebody to do that. So to make a batch of that, when you include the ingredients and everything, for us to make 5 gallons, it's like $400.
That stuff is delicious, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about that. Yeah. That's one of the things that you make in house there, right? Mm-hmm. Is there other things too, or
anything that's made? We make it.
Right.
I mean, we don't make the cheeses, but everything else.
Yeah, because that Calabrian crunch. That's
most
fantastic.
of the pickled stuff even is there. Any sauces.
Yeah, it's amazing. Amazing.
I did not make. I didn't make that one up. I engineered it, but again, that was another thing that I can't take the credit. That was Amanda's pizza. She made that one up.
Yeah, it's solid. Yeah. It's delicious. Yeah. How much time we got? I mean, I could be here forever.
You got your list there. Those are the tough ones. We're not there yet.
No, I think the last thing maybe I'll ask you, unless something else comes out, is just a little bit of and I don't know how deep you want to get into it, the Buffalo tree history of pizza. If we were to put up on this screen kind of like the OG or OGs and kind of the branching? I don't, because
Sure.
you know the history way better than I do.
I used to know it pretty good. Arthur Bovino, I don't know if you know who he is. He wrote a book on it. It's
Really?
actually, yeah, it's actually really good. I think I might get mentioned in the book somewhere.
Arthur, what's his last name?
Bovino. I don't know like the really old stuff. Like I know that I know that Santora's was the first pizzeria in Buffalo, at least. And then with history of pizza, there's a lot of like even New York City. It's like, well, this place actually opened before that.
There's
but I guess Santora's was the first. And then I know that when Bocce Club opened, I don't know when that was. I want to say it was maybe like the 50s. They had a location on Hickory Street, I think, and it was like a bocce club, right? And there was some old baking ovens in the basement, I guess. I hope I'm getting this right.
That's
Somebody
okay.
might call me
It's
out
okay.
on this.
It's okay.
But the guy who owned it, what's his name? Was it Dino? I don't remember the names either. I did know this at one point, but he came home from the war. He was in Italy. He wanted to make pizzas, like allegedly, like he had there, but I don't think that's what happened. So he started making these pizzas at the Bocce Club, and it just took off, I guess. So that's why that's Bocce Club pizza.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so
Santora's, Bocce Club.
yeah, so those were different. But then Bocce grew in popularity, and then what it seems to me is the people that opened Imperial, which you've probably had that,
Yeah,
right?
Imperial's
It's a
great.
South Buffalo establishment. It's a huge place. They came from Bocce's, is what I understand. And same thing, I guess, with Leonardi's, which is now gone, but that was a really, really good one. They all kind of spun off that same, which is what I don't think the stuff being made way back was what we now call Buffalo style pizza. They think it was something different, because I had a conversation with Pat Sacco, who was involved with the family. And she told me that she remembered when she was a kid, it was really different. Because I was probing for information on this one time. And she said she thought the pepperoni were flat back then. And she thought it was like the really thick. So that's what she said. I don't know how accurate that was, because she was getting up there in age when I talked to her about that. But
Interesting.
so she worked for the other part of the family that I told you how Bocce split off into two.
Mm-hmm.
So she worked for that other part, but I got some information from her. So I don't know what that looked like, but at some point, probably 70s, 80s, I think it started to look like what we know that. And I wasn't around at that point either.
Yeah,
I'm old, but I'm not that old.
Not there yet.
Yeah, so I think it looked like what we now know as like this sheet pan, cup and char, cut pepperonis, the sweeter sauce. Because I've seen some pictures on the Bailey Ave bocces where they have like the tomatoes out, and it looks like the same type of thing, and they're doing it all the same way. And I think those are from the 80s. They got some old pictures floating around. So at that point, all these places spun off, and that's what we got, like the real Buffalo style. Now everyone's kind of went back to the round aluminum pans. Like back then, you had more places using the sheet pans where you get, these kind of ovally or squared off pizzas that are cut a little bit funny. Everyone was kind of doing that before. And I remember I had a place, Marvino's, when I was a kid. That was my favorite. That was the same. And now these places, and Leonardi's, that was another one I mentioned. They're now, a lot of these places are gone. And everyone's kind of went to that round aluminum pan, conveyor oven. So I think we're losing
some of the Buffalo tradition.
I think we're losing it. But that's why, like, Imperial, Bocce, Matina's, I'm probably missing somebody else that still does it like that, but those three are still doing it like that.
So, yeah, you kind of mentioned the pans and stuff. I know we've talked about it before, but a little refresher. To get the Frico.
Well, those ones are using sheet pans, like
So is that square or circle?
rectangular,
Rectangular.
and they're going right to the edge, and they're letting basically that sauce. It's not like a Frico crust on a Detroit, which should mostly just be cheese, so it stays sturdy. The Buffalo sauce and cheese kind of melds off, and you get these black little bits.
They're
like,
so good.
and I love that. I mean, to me, that's the best. I was making pizza like that at one point. A guy said, nobody wants that. I'm like, yeah, that's all you want. I'm like, yeah, I don't think you know what you're talking about.
So it must be a pain to clean those pans.
No, they got some delivery driver in the back with a scraper and a rag, and they just bang them out at the end of the night. That was what part of my job when I worked there was doing that. I'm sure I did a shitty job though.
That's hilarious.
I was probably. I'm going to plead the fifth on that one.
I like it. That's fair.
Yeah. So that to me is the style of Buffalo style pizza. And I'm kind of a stickler for eating like that style if I'm going to have buffalo style. Although I will say, I still Santora's Picasso's still eat that for sure because they got this new version of it, which is a little bit different, right? Because they've changed like the way it's cooked and like they have these pans that are, it's not overflowing on the pans, but the pans are tight, so they still get that from like going right to the edge. Interesting. So yeah, I like that too.
See, and I gotta go back because I can't remember doing a Santoro's review. I'm sure I have.
Santora's there's one right near me where I live now. It's in Depew. Come on over. Come
Let's do it.
My apartment's over there. Right
I
now.
like it. Yeah. Let's do it. So that's a pretty good buffalo.
Yeah, the Santora's the medium there. They have these old pans, the old like heavier ones, and those ones just put out really good pizza.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm so hungry now. I can't wait for us to
we gotta go eat pretty soon. I haven't ate today, so
yeah, me neither. So I think I've touched on everything. You've given me some places. I can't believe I don't think I've made it to Peels on Wheels. That's been on my list.
You better go. Their Detroit style is honestly. Well, I don't know when they do it right now, but he does Detroit. I think he does it every day now. I think that is the best Detroit style I've ever had, and it might not even be that close.
Wow,
it's the best one I've ever had. He par bakes too, and he's the one that changed my mind about par baking on the Detroit style at least, because I never did it because I kind of like we talked about, but his is unbelievable.
Is he a food truck?
No, he did have one, but
that's how he started and he kept the name.
He's really good. I think he's super underrated as well, but he's pretty big. He does stuff with Gosney, the ovens.
The oven, yeah.
Yeah, so he does stuff with them. So he's got some stuff out there. So, but the place itself is probably underrated.
Interesting.
So I haven't seen him on like a ton of lists or anything like that. Not that.
Yeah.
I'm sick of lists, to be totally honest with you, because anybody can go make a list, and it's like you haven't done.
I can make a list. I have a list.
You could have a list for this region, and that would be very credible. Yeah. But you have somebody that hasn't been to Buffalo once in their life, and they're going to put out a list of the best pizzerias and 22 best pizzerias in the country, and it's just like you just pick the places that you've been to, the places you've been to. I will say, if that guy I was talking about, Arthur Bovino, ever gets back into it, he's kind of like, he used to have a list. He used to do the 101 best for this.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Daily Meal. He used to do the Daily Meal, 101 best pizzas in America. And then he got away from that. But I remember him being pretty credible. Like, he seemed to really care about finding all the places.
Does he live in Buffalo area?
New York.
New York City?
Yeah. So he knows about pizza. But I don't know if he's really doing pizza writing anymore. So.
I'm going to look into him.
Yeah, check out that book. I have a copy.
Do you? Yeah, I'll grab one too. That's pretty sick.
It's like, just look up Arthur Bovino pizza book. I can't remember the title.
I'm just checking my notes here. Anything else? No.
Hopefully I didn't piss anybody off during this.
I mean,
am I gonna take shots after this? Did I say anything?
I don't think you were malicious or rude.
Okay,
I think sharing your opinion is good. I think if you hurt somebody's feelings with your opinion, I don't know. I don't think you're coming from a bad place, because I've had this too. I share my opinions all the time online, and I get
torched.
But I'll take somebody that's honest over somebody bullshitting any day. Yeah. Just same thing with the top 50. I think that's probably the most interesting thing. I don't know anybody over there. I'll say it again. I question their validity. Doesn't mean they're not valid.
I think a lot of people do question. I've seen other people kind of question where this came from and whatnot. And, I agree with probably about 30 places on the top 50.
Yeah. It doesn't mean
and
that
then the top 10 is kind of a mess, in my opinion.
It's fair by me. Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple that belong in there. Sure.
Hopefully we didn't offend anybody. If we did, we can talk. If that's I guess the best thing. But I really enjoy this. Now I have, unless there's anything else, the wrapping up questions.
I saw some of these. I don't know how easy this is going to be.
Well, these are supposed to be lighthearted questions, but they're not really lighthearted. But before I go here, is there anything else you want to touch on before this is like the wrapping up part?
No, let's go ahead and do this.
It's time for pizza.
Yeah, we got to eat.
Okay, we're never going to be on death row, but if you were, what would your final meal be?
Those Korean fried chicken wings I told you about at Dapper Goose. I gotta give you a couple.
Bro, it's your death row meal.
A Matina's well done with cherry peppers, onions, and then blue cheese. But our blue cheese though. And then going back at Buffalo history, a meal I've eaten many, many times and still crave, although I'm not saying it's like a great meal by any means, is the Cantina Loco nachos. I ate them a million times drunk. And that's like my favorite thing. Yeah. Nostalgia.
They're beef and like onion, tomato.
I have no idea what we even got on them.
Gotcha.
It came out on a pizza pan and they were so good.
Nice.
Especially after several, cold beverages. It was the best thing
Just
ever.
Hit. Yeah. So we got the Dapper Goose.
The Korean fried that's a new thing that they changed it, but man, those are wings. Oh.
So those wings, Matina's Pizza, that combo.
And then I got to give you something good though. I can't give you
it's your death row meal. You get to pick. Some guys pick a peanut. Some guys take nothing. Some guys order more.
I think that's good. We'll go with that. We'll keep it low brow, I guess.
What about you wouldn't drink anything? Would you have any drinks at your death row?
Ruby Red Kolsch.
What is that?
It's like a stupid Genesee beer. I'll just wash it down with a Ruby Red Kolsch.
And no sugar. No, you're not going to have like a dessert.
Just give me some anything from Butterblock. Anything from there.
Oh, they're good there.
It's real good.
Okay. Well, what do you like on your pizza and your favorite pizzeria? That's hilarious to ask that to you, but that's
what do I like. I got a few favorites. Onion and peppers, like cherry peppers, whatever. I don't really eat pepperoni. Mm-hmm. I'll die because I eat so much pizza. If I just keep eating pepperoni, I'll be dead.
Yeah.
So I don't eat pepperoni, but I mean, I will try it, but I don't typically eat it. So where am I going? I mean, Mama's too. I'm ordering like their vodka slice there. Matina's, I just touched on that one. Extra. I like similar like onions and peppers, something like that. Their blue cheese is fire. I got to give them credit. Theirs is elite. So that's what is that eating on my pizza? Yeah, that's it. Simple cheese or peppers and onions is what I like.
I like it. Favorite kind of era of music? Favorite kind or era of music?
We're just gonna go to Toronto and just play the new Drake album.
Okay,
the new one. Probably 90s hip hop, probably
90s hip hop. Yeah. I like it. Yeah. So this one, this is a Meaning of Life.
I thought these were lighthearted.
I know, and then this just a little lighthearted. What are we here for?
I think happiness.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. That's good. If you could travel anywhere, where would you go?
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about going to Tokyo.
Me too.
Tokyo would be sick.
Tokyo would be sick.
Pizza too.
I know. Yeah, pizza, food, culture, the craziness.
That's why I got penciled in for January is Tokyo.
Sick.
We'll see.
I mean, for me, Japan, but I would definitely hit Tokyo.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
like I love Japanese food too. Oh, yeah. I love Japanese people. One of my best friends is Japanese. Yeah. Sick. Best piece of advice you can give anyone.
That's a tough one. Again, I thought these were easy.
I know. They went from easy to...
I think, expect to get out of things what you put into it. If you put a lot into something, eventually your return on investment will come back to you.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. I like it. Who played a big role in who you are today?
I would say...
I know, right?
Oh, my parents, for sure. I have good parents. They're both great.
I believe it.
My dad helped a lot with first starting the first business. Then my mother did a lot with raising us. So,
nice.
So my parents, for sure.
Well, now I love that answer. Normally I don't ask a secondary, but who played a big role in your pizza? Pizza life.
Many years ago, I told you about the guy I worked for in Arizona. His name was Jamie Culleton. I worked for him briefly, 6 months, but like he went on to do big things. And I knew he was different than the other pizza guys I worked for. When I was working for him, I was like, he really knows the stuff. He takes this seriously. Like,
right.
I worked in mom and pop shops in Buffalo, and it's like, this is not a career. Like, you can't, unless you own it, right? You're not going to work in a pizzeria. At that time in Buffalo, which is like the early 2000s. So I worked for him and he took it seriously and he was legit and he taught me a lot in the short time I worked with him, but he went on to be like the regional opening manager for all the Grimaldis when they went and did franchises. But he was on a bunch of covers of pizza magazines and stuff and he took it seriously. And I would say him for pizza for sure.
That's
like
awesome.
It wasn't a long time, but just seeing somebody that did it was huge. Like sometimes you just need to see somebody that did it and like what is the steps that got them there.
It
could be any career. Like somebody is like, wow, they're doing it, and I can see how they're doing it.
Yeah.
So that
taking it serious, amazing. What do you want to be remembered for? Right?
Oh man, I think probably just being like a good person in the community that we're in, and hopefully a good employer, good boss.
Yeah, that's good. I'd say you're probably making that happen. What would you do if you won $50 million?
I would probably do the same thing as I was doing now, but we'd probably just be open like one day a week. Because I like doing it a lot. But if I had $50 million, I'd probably build a golf course and put a pizzeria in there. Could be cool, right?
That'd be sick. Would you rather live in the city or the country?
Oh, well, dude, you wrote this. No.
I've asked everybody these questions.
I'm going to say the city for sure right now.
Yeah?
I'm coming from the country. Now I live more towards the city. So I think I did the country thing. I wanted to be out of the city. I liked it. It was cool. But I'm definitely probably more of a city guy.
Feel ya. Well, I'm country, but I feel ya. Now,
we're in the middle of nowhere right now. It's like, where the hell am I going?
Wayne, how crazy this is?
It's nice. It is nice out here, though.
It's nice, but it's funny sometimes when I'm driving around Waynefleet, I'm like, we really are in the sticks.
Yeah, it's like where my house that I had in the Buffalo area was. It's there's nothing out there.
Yeah, it's interesting. What is a life hack or hacks that you do? Just an example of what I mean by this. Like a life hack that I have is I brush my teeth in the shower. I just find that saves time while I'm in there. Do you have anything that's like a little bit of a life hack?
Oh, that's a tough one. Life hack.
Yes, this is more of a newer question.
I floss in the car.
Do you?
Yep.
Do you use floss or the sticks?
Sticks.
Yeah, me too.
You might kill yourself with the string.
I like it. The last guest I had on, one that was pretty cool that she does that I actually started implementing. I don't know if you noticed, which was interesting, but she takes her paper towel rolls and cuts them in half.
Okay. That's a good idea.
It is a good idea because like you don't always need that whole paper towel, even though they're already kind of cut in half.
That's interesting.
It is. I started doing it and it works.
That's cool.
Yeah. We're almost done. Favorite movie?
Oh God.
Yeah. It's kind of a really hard question.
This is a question we usually ask top 5 at work. This is like a new employee question just to get to know them. We'll ask that. What's my favorite movie?
Or you can go top 5 because
that might take me too long to think about. Favorite movie?
Or a couple that come up there. I don't even know what I would
comes
answer.
to mind.
I know it's so hard.
That's a really hard one. I'm a big fan of the Adam Sandler movies. I love Adam Sandler.
Which one? Big Daddy? Gilmore?
Happy Gilmore for sure. I love Happy Gilmore. Billy Madison's good.
Oh yeah, Billy Madison.
I like the old stupid ones. I watched Tommy Boy the other day. I like those old dumb movies. Yeah, it's Chris Farley.
Chris Farley. Yeah.
Those ones are cool. Those ones are good.
Comedies.
I still laugh at Billy Madison. The stupid punchlines I've heard a million times. I still laugh at them.
Yeah. Everybody pees their pants. I can't remember. Or only cool kids pee their pants or whatever. Yeah, the movie's
Peeing your
hilarious.
pants is the coolest.
Yeah. There you go. Happy Gilmore is one of the funniest movies out there. Yeah.
That was Billy Madison in that one, though.
Okay, so this one we kind of answered, but what makes pizza a pizza? Or what makes pizza pizza? And
I think it's just it's like a dough that you're baking with toppings. I mean, it's not. That's why we kind of got into like where you bake the dough separately and top it. And to me, it is still pizza, right? It's always going to be categorized as that, but there's something different about it. For me, it's direct bake, I think. And I might end up doing something par baked too, but for me, that's what it is, right?
I feel like, and I asked this question too because I get it in the comments a whole bunch of times. That's not pizza, and I ask it
like what Chicago style? Because I could agree with that.
Well, because it's just funny because like this question kind of is a little confusing because it's not so much, and it can be what makes pizza a good pizza, but like. Yeah, is Chicago pizza, is that even pizza?
The deep dish, I don't. It's the one style of pizza I really have never made. I really don't care for it. It's kind of like a casserole almost, really. But
I call it a pie. It's a cheese
it's like
pie.
a pie. Yeah,
that's how
it's fine. I guess it can be pizza.
But like
I do say in my pizza classes, I said that is not pizza. But
so like then
if you want it to be pizza, it can be pizza. Sure.
So like. A pizza is a dough with toppings. Like that's what like
a dough with toppings. I think you probably got to have some sort of cheese. It could be a hard cheese, or like even vegan cheese is fine. So it doesn't need sauce, I don't think, right? But
so it needs cheese.
I think so.
So then like the tomato pie would be considered
a pie.
But see, like
what about like even if you put a little bit of pecorino on top, though? Now it's a pizza.
Okay, so
this
I know. So technically, because I've seen some people and I've never done it before, make ground up chicken into their crust, so it's protein. That's not a pizza.
I don't know what the hell that is. It's diet food.
So even
you
if
can call it a pizza if it makes you feel better.
So if you turn that into a crust, you put sauce and cheese. That's not a pizza because the crust has to be flour based.
I think so.
Okay, so now we're getting somewhere.
Cauliflower crust, though?
Yeah, is that pizza?
I don't think so.
Okay, so
it's not good.
So according
people ask me for like, you really ought to do a cauliflower crust. And I'm like, we make a gluten-free crust. They're like, no, but I like the cauliflower. I'm like, somebody will happily buy from Rich's in the freezer and give you that. I'm not going to do that though.
So for you, this is what we got to. A pizza has to be flour based,
dough with yeast.
Oh, so
there's got to be yeast in there.
So if there's no yeast, we're not pizza?
No.
Okay, so now we're getting
it. No yeast doesn't count. So
we need a flour?
Yeasted dough baked in an oven of sorts, or maybe on a grill, I guess.
Yeah, so heat.
With some cheese. And more than just, it's got to have at least one other thing. At least one more topping.
So we need
cheese could do tomato.
Plus one?
You could do tomato and pecorino. That I'll count that as
what
a pizza.
What if it's cheese plus cheese, 2 cheeses? So it's got to be cheese in a completely different.
Sure.
Oh, you will. That's a cheese bread.
Okay. Cheese and one other topping that is not cheese. Yes.
A non-cheese topping.
Non-dairy.
I don't know. Yeah. Now we're
non-dairy topping. We're gonna just go with that.
And then that'll make it a pizza.
Sure. Let's count it. Yeasted dough,
heat,
cheese, one other non-dairy topping. That
doesn't have to be tomato.
What if you just did like cheese and honey? That's a pizza. I think that's like the oldest pizzas were like, where in the Middle East they had flatbreads that they put in the hot ovens, and it was like stuff like, I think it was like dates and honey that they did.
That sounds fantastic.
But that's not a pizza, though, according to our rules. And did they have yeast? Yeah, I guess they probably would have had sourdough, right?
That would be a pizza.
Okay, but they had no dairy on that. So that's not a pizza.
Cheese? No cheese? You said,
that's a flatbread. I think we got to have cheese to make it pizza. That's what we're defining it as.
See, and I'm still not even completely comfortable because I feel like we just described possibly just a cheese bread. As if somebody went cheese.
What if you did cheese and like an herb, rosemary? That's a pizza.
Yeah. That to me, yeah.
I think it counts.
The conversation will continue.
We'll debate this over pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm hungry now. Last question, we'll wrap it up. What do you do for exercise? You're doing a good job of not being fat, eating so many pizzas and owning a pizzeria.
You're good at doing it. Do you always start with, you're doing a good job of not being fat?
Well, no, but you're doing a good job there.
I'm in the gym like I went before I came out here today.
Good.
Yeah, chest and back,
Let's go.
cardio today.
Nice.
I try to go at least 4, but try to go 5 or 6 days a week.
It's important.
Recently, where I lived in the country, I did not have access to a gym and be going every day. So yeah.
Yeah.
So gym.
Yeah, it's key. It's good. Yeah, you're doing a good job because I think exercise is a key component of people's lives, and people that don't include it, I think it's not great. And it's awesome that you're running a super busy pizzeria and you're finding time to exercise. I think that's great.
Well, our hours are limited.
You're right.
But it's because those hours that we're open, it's like, you can't, you're a sprinter. We're not a marathon runner there. I can't just do it for hours. It's like go and get done.
What's the hours there?
Wednesday through Friday, 4 to 9, and Saturday, 12 to 9. So it's 9 plus 15. So it's 24 hours a week, but it's 24 hours a week of full go.
Yeah.
Where other pizzerias are probably open 70 something hours, but they have, ups and downs, and they can work around that. When we're open in a small place, there's no room to be backing stuff up and doing much prep. Like we have it ready to go, and we're just going to unload it nonstop.
Yeah, it's cook time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're open 24 hours, but there's a lot of time that goes into prep for those 24 hours.
Tons. I think our payroll, we're at 440 hours a week of labor hours to get that done.
Yeah. I believe it.
I don't know if that even includes me. So
yeah, it's a lot.
Which I'm basically worthless at this point there. Outside of asking me questions, I'm physically worthless.
And that's a good sign of a good business right there.
Yeah.
That's a good sign of a good business.
I can still do it though. I might have to. I work on the line. I'll just be like something like, this is like when Jordan came back wearing the 4.5.
You're hilarious.
By the end of the shift, we're back to 23, though.
That's hilarious. I love that.
And then the next day, I need off.
No doubt.
Yeah.
A lot of credit to the staff there.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. Jay, this was amazing.
Thanks for having me, Joe.
Thank you so much for coming out. Now we're going to go eat some pizza and hit the links.
Sounds good.